One of America's most controversial yet simple cryptids is without a doubt the Black Panther. Despite hundreds, if not thousands, of sightings across America every year and a fairly sizable amount of both physical and photographic evidence, most scientists and most people in general still hold at least some skepticism and disbelief in the idea of a big black cat of some kind calling North America home. In a popular previous video on my channel, I extensively covered the evidence both for and against its existence, whether you believe it's a melanistic mountain lion, a jaguar outside typical known ranges, or just thousands of cases of mistaken identity since as early as at least the 1800s. No matter what you personally believe about the infamous Black Panther, many of the eyewitnesses of the animal are convinced and absolutely positive in what they saw with their own eyes. I was recently fortunate enough to speak with just one of these eyewitnesses in person, and I for one found their testimony compelling. For privacy purposes, all names have been redacted, exact location details removed, and the eyewitness's voice has been changed. I can, however, confirm that this encounter took place in southern Indiana and not far from Louisville, Kentucky.
We were sitting around the campfire. It was dark, and we're just sitting there. I was drinking my Mountain Dew, and we hear a scream, a loud scream over to our left towards the road. And everybody said, "What the heck was that?" And I said, "That was a cat, and that was a big cat. You could tell by the way that it was a big cat." So we shined a light over in the direction that it came from, and it was standing by a telephone pole, a light pole or whatever, and it was solid black, but it was shiny, and its tail came like straight off of its body, like its tail didn't go up. It was a long tail, but it kind of went curved. It was holding it kind of straight out, but then as it moved, its tail kind of had like a dip at the end. Like it went out and then kind of dipped. But its tail was real thick, like, as big around as that. It was real thick, and it was kind of stocky looking. But it was just sitting there looking at us. And then when we shined the light on it, it just moseyed, kind of like cut a corner across the yard and went into the woods. They all scattered, everybody ran, except for me. And I thought, why would I try to outrun a cat anyway? That would probably just make it count. So I just stayed at the fire, and I could hear it go up through the bushes. They went to get guns, the guys did, but she just ran to the house. And I'm just sitting out there, and I could hear it going through the brush in the woods. And then when they came back out with another flashlight and a gun, and then that's when we realized how actually big that it was. Because when they went to go stand over where it was, there was like a little grassy thing that was planted beside the telephone pole, and the top of the grass was like on it was as big as that, but it was no house cat, not even close. Because I said I heard it going through the bushes, so they went out to the road and they kind of cut through back into the woods, and they saw it again. They said it was crouched down behind a log, I think they said, and it had eye shine. And they could see it. They said all you could see was its eyes though. So you're certain it was black. Solid. It was solid black, but it was shiny. What color was its eyes, do you remember? I don't remember what color. I didn't see its eyes because when we shined the flashlight, it was like turned kind of to the side, like I saw it from the side. Do you remember if its head was small or did it have like a big blocky head? I don't remember. I want to say it was a small head, but kind of a small head for its body. It feels like it was. Short legs, thick legs, or long, slender legs? It's kind of stubby looking. Could you tell if it had any like markings under the black at all? I didn't see it that well. Nobody expected to see that thing. Nobody expected to look over and see that there. How many, feet or yards was it? 75 feet, I would say max. I had a good flashlight, like a spotlight type of flashlight. What time of night did that happen? Probably 10.
And there you have it. This channel's first of hopefully many interviews with eyewitnesses. What do you think of their story? Do you believe them, or do you think it was something else entirely? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time at the Crow's Nest.